Right. Well, basically, I've got my appointment, my first assessment appointment thing at the gender clinic tomorrow. So rather than drive the 2 hours that it would be to get there, have the appointment, and then drive 2 hours back, I was thinking about at some point this year going and having like a mini break holiday thing. So I've booked myself a hotel room for a couple of days, and yes, I spent the extra money to upgrade it because I want to have a bath. I've got to be fair. I haven't had a bath probably in 7 years because one of the first things we did when we moved here was tear the old bath out. It had been badly sealed and all the wall was rotten. So we tore that out, replaced everything, and put a shower unit in because it was easier for Dad to use. And I've missed having a bath. So I'm literally going to drive now 2 hours to get to the hotel. And then I'm just going to have a bath tonight and just chill and relax. And then also it gives me more time tomorrow morning because the afternoon, the appointment's in the afternoon. I should say the afternoon's in the appointment. The appointment's in the afternoon. And I wouldn't have had any time to sort of, have a shave, straighten my hair, do anything. I'd have had to be out the door, pretty much pack and be out the door, ready to go almost instantly. So I've decided I'm just going to have a little bit of a mini break with the GIC appointment in the middle of it. So this is, the intro, as it were. I've now got I think it's just shy of 2 hours if you do it in one go. But I will be stopping along the way because my car isn't very comfortable. It's only little. And also, toilet. That'll be needed along the way. I'm probably going to stop and get some food at somewhere as well. So, yeah, maybe 2.5 hours on the road to get there. I had a choice of 2 gender clinics because there's only I don't know how many there are now, but when I was signing up, there was only 7 in England anyway. And the 2 that are nearby, they're both sort of the same distance, just in opposite directions. So one's east and one's northeast. The one east is just a little easier to get to by car. If I was going by rail, I would have probably gone northeast because it's got a better rail link. But as I'm going east, not sure how many times I'm going to stop along the way. We'll see what's needed. And then, I'll record over the course of the next couple of days. Basically, I've given myself 2 nights at this hotel. So it's like, go today, sleep over, have my appointment tomorrow, do some stuff in the afternoon, come back the following day. Nice and simple. And then, next week, I've got a telephone assessment for my mental health. So I've got a fairly busy weekend and we're only at the start of January. So, it's not like I'm making any resolutions or anything like that. There's a series of things I want to get done at some point. But I'm not making any resolutions because I tend not to follow them. And even then, you look back over the years on this channel and it's like, oh, I want to do this year. Didn't do it. I want to do this year. Didn't do it. I've been promising myself a haircut for 5 years now, I think it is. Haven't done that yet. And straightening it this afternoon makes me realise I do need to get one because it's very lopsided and frizzy. But that's something, I won't be doing that this weekend. It'll be taken care of in the future. But yeah, I'm. Let's have a quick think about this assessment. I mean, I think it's going to be very similar to what I went through when I first went to the GP about getting a referral. It's just, it's a sit down and a chat and a few questions and more or less the same thing, I hope. I mean, I know realistically I've got at least one more assessment. They will expect me to take care of my mental health, which is, again, something I'm doing in the future, like next week. And then there's, I think it's a physical or something, I don't know. And then we can get to the treatment stage. So slightly apprehensive about it. I've never been to Northampton. And I haven't travelled more than 30 mile probably in a couple of years. The reason I chose a hotel was because I went to Nerfest a couple of years back and I did the journey in one day. It was only Bristol, so just slightly shorter distance. But I did that journey there and back in one day and I was exhausted at the end of it and I didn't want to do that this time. and the added bonus of being able to have a bath. It sounds like a very good reason to do it. So yeah, this will be sort of a journey vlog. I might do a stop along the way and then show you the hotel room, and then basically call that a night for the video, and then do it again tomorrow. So yeah, this is the start of the journey, shall we say. It metaphysically and physically, starting a long journey to there, and then I'm also starting a journey down the gender pathway, so that should be fun. So yeah, I'll see you in a few. Okay, basically I decided that, well, I couldn't find a service station along the route, so I ended up just doing it in one go, and this is my sort of base of operations for the next couple of days. But the one thing it's got going for it, an actual bath, so I'll be enjoying that tonight. Other than that, room seems nice enough. It's not really the sort of thing that I do regularly, so I don't know if it's a good hotel room or not. But yeah, got a giant bed, which is what I'm used to, and also a bath, so that'll be nice. Journey was uneventful. I got lost a couple of times just because, well, the sat-nav wasn't very clear, and also in my attempt to find a service station I got sidetracked as well. So, but yeah, this will do. Tonight now, got to go and get something to eat, and then have a bath and shower, go to bed, wake up early tomorrow, start my day. As I say, my appointment's just after lunch, so yeah, that'll be TV. I might watch TV. I haven't watched TV in a while. Yeah, don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, I guess I'll see you in the morning. Well, I've been to the appointment now. 2 hours ago, actually. I didn't bother recording anything this morning. And I just a few thoughts. I've got one night left here before I head home tomorrow. And just a few thoughts on what's occurred today. I did end up having my bath yesterday. Last night was very nice. Again, I haven't had one in years. And the water was scorching hot, which is always good. But the bath was just a little too narrow. It was long enough. I could lie down in it, but I was a bit like that. So that was a little disappointing. And also, no bubbles. It was a bath without bubbles, honestly. And then woke up this morning and went for a quick drive to figure out where it was I was going. It's only like 10 minutes down the road, thankfully. And it was a very uneventful appointment, I've got to be fair. The one thing I have realised is that I do need to start laser, I think it is, or something along those lines, because the moustache shadow's coming through a little bit. The beard shadow, not so much, but the moustache shadow definitely is. And all I could think about during the appointment was, why didn't I wear something a bit more feminine? I'm in cargos and a t-shirt. And it threw me back to a Comic-Con many, many moons ago when I first came out, and I ended up dressing in like military gear. And I'm sitting there thinking, why didn't I wear something a bit more feminine? And that's all that was ticking through my brain through this appointment. All it was just go through family history, medical history, so on and so forth. And, what causes me dysphoria. And the hour absolutely flew by, which I thought was fairly good. Apparently what the doctor was telling me is that my second appointment will be done over video call, which is nice, saves me a trip. But I will have to come back for the medical, the actual medical examination sort of thing. Apparently it's just like BMI, weight, height, stuff like that. Make sure you're fit and healthy. But I'll have to do that trip again one more time. But I think the next time I do it, I'm going to do it on my motorbike. So that gives me an urge to get it done. And also I think I'll do it in one go rather than wasting my time overnight because I've done a lot of sitting around. I've got to be honest. Brought my laptop with me, watched a lot of YouTube, but I haven't really done a lot else. I haven't really felt like it. So I didn't go into the town. I haven't been out for food. I went down to the bar and got some food last night, and probably going to end up doing something like that tonight. But I haven't really felt like going anywhere or seeing anything. Did manage to find the Tesco's, so I went in there to buy a couple of bits just to get me through, but not really done a lot. So it's not really been that was not really been that kind of weekend away. There's not even the weekend tomorrow technically. But yeah, it's been weird, and as I say, the appointment just went boom, and it was finished, and I was like, okay. So it wasn't quite as bad as when I had a mole removed, and many moons ago again, and they said you need to come to the hospital for the results, and I rode all the way there. Back when this is way back, so I had a motorbike then. Way back, so like 2 motorbikes previous. Rode all the way to the hospital, and I was there for 10 minutes when the doctor said, it's all fine, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, great, thank you. And I turned around and I came home. But at least this time it was an hour. But it just seems a bit weird that all the way through, all my brain could think of was, one, why didn't you paint your nails a slightly brighter colour? 2, make sure you don't fidget too much. And 3, why didn't you wear something a bit more feminine? And that was all that was going through my head. So, yeah, lesson learned. But as I say, the next one is in theory a video link, so it won't really matter that much as to what I wear. I mean, hell, I could be naked from the top down for all they care. But that's a while away yet. I think they reckon, well, I haven't heard anything from them, but could be 6 months, could be a year, I don't know. He said that I'll hear from one of the nurses in the next few weeks about something or other, I'm not sure. But I've got to get through tonight, drive home tomorrow, and then, as I say, Monday it is mental health assessment, so that's fun. Starting 2025, sorting myself out, as it were. Which is kind of what I said I was going to do when I quit back in September. It was like, spend a couple of months getting the house right, then in the new year, try and figure yourself out. I mean, it's fallen, the assessment for this has fallen right at the start of the year, and then the mental health thing has also fallen at the start of the year. But yeah, it's weird how these things work out. But yeah, I'm going to get some food, and then I think it's shower, bed, and then pack everything up in the morning and go home. So I think this will be the end of the video. To be honest, I'm probably not going to video anything on the way home. And I don't feel quite as emotional as I did when I first went to the GP about it to get the referral. That was 5 years ago now. And I was in floods of tears after that. There's a video on here somewhere. Floods of tears, because it's like, that's the first step, and then this is the proper first step, as it were, the first assessment, the first appointment, and I don't know what to feel. I don't feel emotional. Like, if anything, I'm feeling a bit tired because this bed's a bit lumpy. Well, it's not lumpy, it's just really hard. But other than that, I'm not sure what to think. I mean, again, I know realistically I've got another appointment and another God knows how long before I get to where I already am treatment-wise, But today just feels a bit weird. Now, hopefully normal service will resume tomorrow. Anyway, speak soon. I've returned. Again, did the run in one go, because there's no easy place to stop, and I just wanted to get home. I've got to be honest. I turned the heating off before I left, so I've come home to a house that's sitting at about 5 degrees, hence the big hoodie. I think I should have just left it on at a low temp, but lesson learned. Again, I think next time I'll do it in one go. and hopefully it'll be on the bike, because it's going to be another, I don't know, 6 months to a year before I have to go back there. So we'll see about that. But yeah, it was. The hotel wasn't brilliant. The bed was too stiff. And I just there was something, I don't know what, this morning at about 3 o'clock this morning, just triggered my breathing, something fierce, and I just could not get back to sleep. So I haven't slept very well. Don't know if it was like a down pillow or something like that. I can't use those because they trigger my asthma. And but other than that, I'm back. Here ends the weekend, as it were. It's now the weekend. It's now Saturday. But here ends the journey. Well, that journey in particular, but also begins the start of the gender pathway journey. Yeah. So I got a lot of things to think on. I got a lot of things that I was just, cogitating last night when I got back from the appointment. And that'll do it, I think. Sorry I didn't get to go sightseeing or anything. I just wasn't in the right frame of mind for that. Never mind. I mean, you never know. There might be more video next time I go. But that's the beginning of it. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming along. I'll see you soon. Ta-da.